cut off, and today in the morning, or was it the evening, and I was showing you guys the Buddha that my grandmother gave me, and yeah, I think that's it. I was just saying, you know, I'd burn a candle for her, and that's the Buddha. And then I get a comment, right, saying, you showed us and told us about the Buddha your grandmother gave you. Who the hell are you to tell people what to do and what to get? Oh, guys, come on. Like, ugh. So I went to the channel, and as usual, it's got no videos. It's quite a recent channel, and the profile picture is of a drawing that looks very similar to someone's drawings. Anyway, right. It has occurred to me that I still have a lot of healing to do when it concerning this thing that has been going on. The kind of healing I'm saying is, I forgive all people, but it's like I have this need, this want for justice. It's like, how can these people get away with this? There's many parts that I have let go of, but I thought, you know what, I've just got to come on and say everything. You know, I years ago I did that. It was kind of when everything was really in the thick of it, and I spent 3 hours talking to the iPad, and when I went to press stop and upload, it was not recording. And I was so upset because, you know, I felt like I'd got it all out and it was, you know, articulated it quite well. Anyway, why did I mention that? I'm mentioning it because I suppose I've got a bit of a fear that this is going to happen again. I keep being, you know, disconnected. Anyway, I'll tell you something else I did today. I downloaded an app, an IP tracker, after I got the You're in Warrington IP. And then 20 minutes later, I'm in another place. So I typed in my IP I thought I had, and it came up private network. And the app was telling me that my IP was different. So when I typed that in, it gave me a location. And apparently I was in the middle of a lake, water, on a boat. And I have been getting a lot of boat synchronicities. Where do you start? Start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. I have promised myself, and I've promised you guys, that I'm going to share all the details. So, like that commenter earlier, you can sit there and you can try and twist my words and make it out to be whatever, but at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. Right, and also another thing, I need you guys to see my face. I'm having awful problems with my camera. Hold on. Right. Let's see. Right. Right. If I put it like this, hey, you guys can see me kind of. So let's sort that out, because I want you to see me. I'm not hiding. I've got no reason to hide. I would like you to see my face. It's unfortunate that I can't see your comment. On one of the videos earlier, it said I had 13 comments, but I could only see 2. So, and one of them was mine. So, you know, and when I download the YouTube Studio, it says 0 comments. I just don't get them because, like I keep saying, there is interference and blocking. So what I have done over the years, I have noticed and come to understand, my own understanding, that it is through patterns of behaviour and things that I have been able to suss things out. Right. I've also got this ring light as well. I'm going to be moving out of this flat this year. I'm done here. Not sure where I'm going, but before I got with my ex, the last one, I packed my bags. So the divine told me, Melissa, pack your bags. And I was like, okay, I don't know where I'm going, but I listened and I ended up moving in with him, and it was, okay, nothing's wrong or right. I needed the experience, but you know, whatever. I went there, but I wasn't meant to. Well, I was, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the same kind of feel. So that is what I'm doing. I've actually set myself to New Year's resolutions that I am sticking to. And at the moment, I'm in the process of getting one sorted, and the other one may take a little longer, but I am going to do it, and it will give me a lot of freedom. And it will also help me, you know, complete a dream, something I want to do, and I'm going to need it as well. Okay, there's freaking lights there. Hold on, because I might be here a while, you know. I'd like to say hello. Oh, hi, Janine. Hey, people that are, so yeah, whatever. So just bear with me. You know what I'm gonna, where should I put you? Oh, look, someone gave me a massage table. But when have I ever done anything conventionally? I've got my own style, you know. And if it feels right, then it's right. Okay, let's. Whoa, right, right. Let's. Are you gonna work? Okay. No, it's not gonna work. Come on, honey. That's it. That. That's it. Is that too? Right, so yeah, then we can turn that one. Hey! Whoa, that's bright. Thanks for bearing with me. Okay, I'm doing this, even if I have to sit up all night. Okay? Right, I'm just grabbing my vape and then we will get started. And I do apologise if I repeat myself. This is actually quite hard for me, guys, because it's not been easy. Okay, so just bear with me, please. Okay, one sec. Just put you guys there. All right. Bear with me. Please. I can't stop singing, guys. I really love singing. And my old friends that I met on Facebook like 20 years ago, who gave me my editing job, you know, making a music video. I made 2 for him. He's actually a musician who turned down many offers to get into the industry professionally and told them to fuck off because you just sell your soul, basically. So, way to him. People like that. You know, and when I was in the thick of my addiction, he said to me, I don't want to give you money, Melissa. And I felt really angry because I worked hard on this video, so I want to go and buy you some food. And I let him. And you know what he said to me? And it showed me his character, his being. yes, you've earned the money, but I know you're going to spend the money on a bit of food and some drugs. But it's not just the drugs, it's the fact that the whole connection through the line of making it, people dying, you know, because it's a dodgy business. So he didn't want to be funding it. So, you know, next time you buy something, really have a conscious, you know, think about, not just in the shop and I was showing it, think about how it got there and who made it. We have to start really waking up. I understand now why in the Bible they call us, you know, sheep, our flock. Because we are. What do sheep do? They follow. You know? When you come into Christ consciousness, and I'm saying I'm not there, you know what I mean? I'm not there yet. I'm starting to understand the 12-strand DNA Christ consciousness activation comes from, listen, moving away from that sheep being. And how do you do that? You take responsibility and accountability for yourself, for your thoughts, for your actions, and stop blaming other people. What you focus on. Oh, I see this person doing this, and oh, it's always pushing blame over there. No, stop. Look at yourself. It's all here. There is no escaping yourself. You cannot avoid the void. Okay, what am I doing? You will make my dream come true. So, anyone there that wants to say hello? There's only 2 people, but who knows? Maybe it's 30 people. And YouTube just doesn't tell the truth. Oh, get this. You know the views on our YouTube channels, right? Mine has been stuck on a certain number and will not go over it. You can actually go on some websites where it shows how much money your channel is generating, and for some reason my channel is generating money, yet I don't see a penny of it, guys. I mean, where is it going? Oh, get this. When I uploaded 2 of my videos to another social media platform, I got straight away 2 copyright notices that it was someone else's work. But, you know, it didn't shock me. It's happened before. Just things change, be comfortable, because this is going to be a roller coaster. Okay? Whew. Okay, I just want to say this. When I was sharing, you know, the Buddha that my grandmother, she died actually, and I took it, okay, from my aunt's house. She said, you can have it. I mean, obviously we know why they're doing, they're trying to trigger a reaction, yeah, and I'm feeling their reaction, but this is what I want you guys to be aware of, even for yourselves. How much what people will do, how far they will go in order to keep something hidden. Okay, God, come on, listen. First of all, I want to say shame on the people in the so-called conscious community who have sat there in full awareness of what has been happening to me. And yeah, you may only have known a little bit or whatever. The fact is, you did nothing to help or call them out. Big rainbow wizard, I'm talking to you now. When you came on the scene, and I saw Dolly had, I'm never going to talk about her again. It will be only being caught, and this time, and I'm moving on because it's enough, okay? Right, so that's why I've got to get it all out. Big Rainbow Wizard, I have nothing against you. I don't know who you are. It's unfortunate that, you know, people were unable or didn't approach me because there was this person interfering in my life. What I want to say to you, Rainbow Wizard, is I was watching, because she always has a right-hand man, leave, and then you came along, and I was thinking, my God, this poor guy, surely he's going to wake up, you know, he's going to see. And then I have to remind myself that I know how these manipulators work. You know, how do I know that? Because I could be a really manipulative person as well. But the thing is, why would I want to do that? I am able to see the behavior because I've been around that kind of behavior all my life. And also I have it within me. We all have the ability to really be evil and do that kind of stuff, but we choose not to, okay? Or you just don't have it in your heart. Why would you do that? What I'm trying to say is, I understand why you went there. When you were doing your art and, you know, there was a certain painting that you drew that turned up in, as usual, a particular time of which was reflecting my own experience and idea that she had heard and seen or whatever. And I'm sure that you were actually probably part of that group coven that was created. And part of being accepted into this group was you had to give full solidarity and dedication to Dolly. You had to have, you know, not like me, make sure that you listen and agree to all the horrible things about me and never say a nice thing. Now, I'm missing loads out, but I remember I uploaded a video that I made, and I think you made a comment and you said, you know, it was really good or whatever. And Dolly got really angry. And then I think, you know, you went your separate ways. And on your channel, you made a video. And I was like, yes, Rainbow Wizard. And it's not about, getting people back. It's about the truth. But you took it down right away. And that has been a pattern that I've been watching. I'm thinking, damn, why? Look, if people has done something, right? Look, I did something that I'm not proud about. You know, it's hard to admit it, you know, but when I admitted it, it was like a weight off, and I was truly sorry. So, you know, like, why did you take that video down? And it opens up a lot of questions, you know. But the first video that I ever uploaded expressing to people what was going on, you left a comment saying, Melissa, you're absolutely right. You left it there. You're lucky you didn't delete it. But I've taken screenshots of everything. See, I was never in that kind of energy. Like I was, before all that stuff started happening to me, I didn't know what a troll was. I wasn't experiencing online abuse or trouble, you know, with people. I never thought, I better take a screenshot of that and save that just to protect, you know. I had to slowly learn this stuff to protect myself, you know. it has been so hard adjusting and accepting the fact that I've got this thing, you know, this person on me trying to destroy every facet and angle of my life, and I need to, you know, start defending myself because no one freaking else is. Okay, hold on a minute, that's not completely right. There was a guy called Tom, I don't know where Tom's gone, but he stuck up for me. Took it, the toll on him, I don't know where he is. Tom, where are you? You are missed. And then there was another guy whose channel's been taken down. Cody Love One. Guys, I'm still getting the room ready. And we came across each other. I'm sure I told you this before, because the day I uploaded that first video, really politely and clearly expressing what was going on, he had uploaded the same week a video, and he was really harsh, you know, exposing Dolly for something completely different. So, you know, that is what you call a synchronicity. Oh my God, yes, someone else is actually seeing what I'm seeing and pulling them out, okay? Anyway, I have never gone to her channel and written nasty comments, ever. If you've ever seen anything like that, it was created to look like that. There have been many fake account profiles where Janine or whoever has sat there pretending to be me and creating an argument. That's why she was going, oh, but that was the subs, and you know, but I'm not into drama, I don't do that shit. Why would I want to bother myself doing that stuff? Anyway, point is, Cody Love One. He made 3 videos, and he said to me, Melissa, stay away from that girl. She's evil. Ever since I put those videos up, I've had death threats, a lot of trolling. My girlfriend lost me. I lost my job. And I just feel this darkness around me. He goes, leave her alone. I'm like, Cody, there is nothing I would love more. And I've been trying to do that, but she won't leave me alone. Then he goes, no, I understand. That's a covert, narcissist, psychopath. Yeah, these words are very harsh, guys. But I tell you what, I have never once changed my story. I have never once said that I am not happy to talk to Janine. Do you remember right at the beginning when I made that first video? Just before that, I contacted her behind the scenes, email, Janine, what's going on? Why is this happening? Actually, I did it a few times. So when Janine went on the live stream with Red Pill Film, he goes, one of the first things we ever spoke about, Dolly, was the online abuse you were receiving. You know, if I was Melissa, I would have contacted you behind the scenes and said, come on, what's going on? She sat there and said nothing, and actually lied more and made it sound even worse. In fact, all Janine ever does, I know you're watching, girl, is flip the script. Unfortunately, I have been, and I hate saying victim, I'm not a victim at all. I'm really strong. This is why it's been quite funny in a way, because I have been really misjudged in one sense. And when she and they were sitting there thinking of awful things to say about me and do to me, what they were really doing was making a list and organizing their fears. Now, you see, you want to embarrass me and talk about all the drugs, blah, blah. Well, I already admitted it and said that to the community before you came along. It does not shame me. I did a little naughty video with Mark, and I'm sure she got hold of it because it was at the same time that I made a series of videos which I didn't upload that were very specific with certain words that I used that I know she took and used on her channel because of the things that she was saying specifically. And even if you spread that all over the internet, it would not embarrass me. So what I'm trying to say, we all judge each other by our own yardsticks. Do you understand? So, Joe Bloggs down the road, he may look like a tramp and, whatever. Who knows? Maybe he's a millionaire and he chooses to dress like that. Maybe he looks so frightening, no one goes near him, but if you just give him a chance, he could actually be one of the most wisest and kindest people. I'm not saying that about me, I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. So what has happened, because these people aren't very creative and, because if I was in their position, first of all, I wouldn't have flipped the script and accused me of what I'm doing. I would have made something else up. But then, you've got to remember all the lies on top of lies on top of lies on top of lies. Another thing that I haven't probably even started yet, but I want to say, something else that I noticed about the community and people in general is that we do not listen to each other. If people were really listening and watching and listening to the choice of words, there is so much to be seen there. You see, I've had this ability that, I can read energy. I can go in a room and I can feel someone may be smiling and acting happy, but I can feel a general tone, a frequency of them. What's up, Chuck? How did you know? I can feel you. I can also read micro movements on the face and the body. I've been doing this since I was a child. We all have gifts. And also because of my vast, time and experience being in the conscious community, now I've said that, but I'm sure it'll be twisted. I can't help when I had my awakening. Yeah, I was really young, I was 17. I didn't expect it. It knocked me off my feet. Then a year later, I had another awakening. It's not like something I asked for, it just happened. So that's a lot of time, valuable experience there. So when Dolly came along in 2017, I'll tell you, the first thing I thought, I was quite happy that someone had come in and she was getting really emotionally triggered and fiery, but that's normal when you first have your awakening. You think you know everything and you get really up there. And just say, I knew she was full of shit after she had spoken a few sentences. Because of the choice of her words, she contradicted herself, like she'd literally contradicted herself after a sentence. I have naturally, since I was a child, after the day's over and I will go through conversations that I've had with people, and it's not like I'm sitting there really it just naturally happens, and I think, hold on, he said that. But then the other day he said that, so that's bullshit. What I've noticed with people like me, we can come across as quite naive, and we freaking are naive and innocent, and I have been. And we are quite vulnerable that people could take advantage of us because of our hearts. But you see, that is where I was completely misjudged, because what they didn't understand is my dedication to the awakening, you know. I had it when I was 17. It's been my life, right? I have been going on different courses and really fiercely dissecting my being and mastering my emotions. You know, when I'm saying this stuff, someone could go to me, Melissa, how did you come to that understanding? Like lately, right? She said, oh, about negative thought forms. Now, I made a video about a month ago about thought forms. It was an old one from Marianne from Underworld Classroom. Did no one think to go, Janine, what is a thought form and why are you saying negative thought form? See, everything that I talk about has a backstory, yeah? And of course, I have been inspired and I've learnt things off other people, like Marianne, you know? That's why I credit her. Every time I quote her comment, I credit her. Well, yeah, it was hard sitting there year after year watching this woman plagiarize people's work, doing art commissions for people. I know that artwork, picture she's drawn, which, yeah, I won't deny it, she's a very talented artist. She's good at copying, okay? There's no doubt about that, okay? No doubt about that. But it was hard to watch her plagiarize someone's work. Oh, Janine, you're such a beautiful artist. Oh, it's such a good, blah, blah, blah. And I'm waiting for, oh, actually, I got the idea from No. The only time I ever really noticed Janine crediting or mentioning other people is when she had an agenda, maybe to get on someone's channel, like Charlie Ward or Charlie Free or whoever they are. Okay, she'd start by what she'd do, and you know what manipulators do, they kind of set things up, like maybe even a month before, and they'll say certain things and they'll add this bit. So late, oh my God, my comments just came on, just suddenly, bruh, Leela, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Any job can take you out from it. Thank you very much for the lovely comment. I can't go out with anyone at the moment because I'm at a point where I can't trust nobody. You know, I'm not saying you have, but listen, right? This is why I've got to tell you my story. Look, I'll tell you guys, I'll let you into a little. I'm not waiting, but I'm not a woman that is just going to go around meeting random guys. Like, I would love a relationship, but I'm looking for a person who is grown up, emotionally mature, you know, honest, has integrity, like Ian, for instance, someone really deep and loyal and honest and that communicates, someone that is going to flow with me. You know, I've never had that. I'm not gonna like beat around the bush. I'm happy on my own. I like my own company. I've sat on my own since I was a child, you know. I have no problem with my own company. I hate drama. But they just disappeared again. Oh, mate. You know, it used to annoy me. Like, I'm in freaking London. There's masks everywhere. I'm in the giant microwave. It should freaking work, but it's not. It's blocked. Guys, get this. On my internet network, right, if I'm looking something up, they only allow me to see certain things. Like, you know, DeviantArt, I am not allowed to go on there. I have tried any way, right, on my device, okay? Even downloaded the app to get on there. How did I find out about DeviantArt? Well, that's an interesting story, and it's connected to the Really Woke Show van as well, if that's what it was. But anyway, so when I'll use my son's phone, I can get on everything. What's this? Hey you! Fixerisms. What? I better go and get my fixerisms. What does that fricking mean? I need my dictionary. Here's one for you. Involuntary articulation. Fix. What fix? When you fix something, fixerisms. Have I said that correct? You know, ideally, what I would like to do is have a real cool setup. You know, have a PC where I can go on and then people can join the link and we can have like little chats going on, you know. Intent for it to work. Fixerisms. Thank you for that. I think you're full of things like this. Beautiful. I love new words. Wonderful. You know, if you're going to read a book, you need a dictionary. What is the point of reading a book and going over, oh, I don't understand that, and then carrying on? What is the point of doing that, you know? Oh my God, I found a beautiful book today, all right? You know, like, if you find books in the street, grab them. You know, they're like gold dust, you know, with, it's called The Writer's Britain. And in the index, it talks about different sacred sites, and it's got like random like bits of, you know, information and some really beautiful things. Like today, when I picked it up, I opened up to a certain page, and it was a William Wordsworth poem, and it was beautiful, and it took my breath away. In fact, I did a live stream walking down to the chemist, and I was reading it out to you guys, but it wasn't recording. So anyway, I can't see your comments. I want to talk to you guys. Hello, is anybody there? Hello, is anybody there? Oh, it's so annoying. I can't see them. Oh, here. Good evening. Fixers and intent to work. Ignore all the haters when you know what? Is it bruv? No, I can't say your name. I do ignore them. I love when the trolls come on and they say, do you remember that guy troll came on? He goes, you're no fun, you know? They can't really trigger me. But like I said, it occurred to me today. I'm still need a bit more healing to do with this injustice that has been happening to me, because guys, I've been here on my own with this, and I don't know what your perception of me. I mean, like, you guys could think, oh God, she's going on about it again, she's crazy, it must be all in her head. And I'm like, oh my God, hold on a minute. Look, think about it. Think about this. This is why I need to just say it all and get it all out, and that's it. Think about it, guys. It's 2018 and I'm buzzing. Got myself a new iPad. I finished my new editing course. I met Marianne from Underworld Classroom and Fifth World, and I'm making my videos. In fact, they're making themselves, and then I start to understand my mission, and I start like Channel Unity, and I'm doing the tribute videos and start Heart Heroes and blah blah blah, and I'm whatever, and I'm making a little bit of money off my own back to doing intros and conference videos for Flurb and whatever. And then suddenly someone comes along, and without any argument or whatever, I am suddenly spoken to like crap, pushed away, not understanding what I've done, but it doesn't matter. Okay, whatever. 6 months later, I start feeling something ain't right. Why is that person not talking to me? Why am I getting blocked there? The energy's changed. Something's off. And I know that Dolly's done something. I know it's her. Okay? Right. That's only 6 months in it. A year goes past, not bothering going over to a channel, you don't want to talk to me, whatever, you know. That's why the lies that came up, oh, she keeps telling people that we're best friends and we're best mates. And I'm listening to her hear this say on the Repeal Phil show, you know, years after it's been uploaded, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then the next sentence, she's telling everyone that I'm telling people that I hate her. So what is it, Dolly? Am I saying that I'm obsessed and I love you and we're like best friends and we talk every day? But then it's the opposite. And I'm looking at Repeal Phil thinking, mate, are you listening to what she's saying? You know? And then I have to slowly, I'm watching the body language when she speaks become more and more pronounced, like the gulping. Just before a lie comes, there's a gulp, right? So yeah, I made a video called Narcissistic Frequency, okay, editing clips of someone else's, right, to explain what was going on with me, and it's not fair, and it can come across as real petty and stupid, and I look crazy, right? But something was going on. Anyway, it wasn't until a year and a half later, I get an email. Melissa, just been on Dolly Daydreams channel, and I'm thinking you better go over. She's, I think she's copying your work. I think she's repeating what you say, and I've noticed it a few times. Oh, okay, and I went over and had a look, and I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe it, and I could feel the anger, you know, right? And I calmed myself down, and then I'm like, okay, Melissa, hold a minute. You've got to do this right with integrity. And that is why I made the first video sitting there, sharing openly what I was experiencing. And none of it was like, guys, I would love to sit in front of the whole world. We're hooked up to a lie detector with body language experts. Anyone can ask me anything, no notes, nothing, because I am not lying and I can prove it, right? So there's a certain extent, right? Yeah, all right, copying, blah, blah, blah. When did it get to the point where, like, hold on a minute, I've got to start protecting myself here. Hold on a minute. There's something really corrupt going on. And how the hell did she do that? She must have connections to be able to do that. You have to have this block, yeah, right? Now, when it started, when my privacy got violated, when the hack happened, Tatty T was part of that. Now, get this. The live stream I did a week ago, I did a little video short before, you know, for the live, and I mentioned Tatty T. Right after it, he left me a message and he goes, oh, Melissa, I've been looking for you and Dolly. I really want to help you two. And I was like, oh my, Tatty T, I can't remember what I wrote, something very short and sweet. Go away, do you think I'm stupid? Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'll start getting savvy to things, and then these people that were involved will start contacting me, you know? Or I'll start getting more trolling and weird comments. Like the guy, what's his name? Spirit Walker, get this one, guys. This is so funny. Right. I don't watch Spirit Walker. I have done. I find him very abusive. He'll sit there for like 4 hours slagging someone off, and it's just pointless, right? But I've got nothing against him, okay? Not a bad word to say about him, whatever, okay? Actually, I remember when Aphrodite mentioned, oh, he's actually a woman. And I'm like, well, so what? Who cares about the sexuality? You know, is he a good person? Anyway, he contacted me and goes, Melissa, oh, I just want to say thank you. You're the only person that has never, ever done anything or said anything. Thank you, girl. Right? I made a video about it. Do you remember? And I went over to his channel and I thought, oh my God, hold on. And he's got me, you know, when you can put channels up, he's got me on every single one of his channels right at the top. Yeah? He knows my channel. He watches me, okay? that was clear. I didn't know to that extent. Anyway, 3 weeks later, after I put that video up, because this is the pattern, what happens is I'll connect with someone, and then suddenly 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever later, they hate me for no reason. They've been turned against me. And that was a pattern that kept going on and on. This is why I need to start from the beginning and tell you in detail. Then you're going to start understanding also about the interference in things that are happening in my daily life, like waking up in the morning and finding, you know, something on fire outside your balcony, or your neighbours that you don't speak to ever suddenly have got all their friends surrounding your property, your balcony, trying to intimidate you, and all my gadgets going on. When someone smashes your window in the middle of the night, you know, for no reason, yeah? Someone trying to break into your home, when your ex has cheated on you with a local prostitute down the road and she's got a black boyfriend who comes over my balcony, right, and tries to get into my flat. Now, if it wasn't for an acquaintance that I know who said, Melissa, there's some guy looking for you, he looks really angry, I'd lock your back door. Now, my back door was like a luxury back then, because at that point, because of my ex, right, my whole flat got fucked up. And this is what I'm saying. You can meet someone that can have attachments and demons, and you can sleep with them and be with them, right, and your whole life goes to shit. This guy, any plants, when I was living with him, my plants were dying. I felt like I had no dreams. It was dark. Yeah? There's loads of things like that. Anyway, guess what? He betrayed me as well. How? What? You remember David right at the beginning? This is why I'm jumping. But the picture I'm trying to paint is, it's not just a thing that's going on YouTube or a bit of copying. I'm saying this woman went out of her way to affect every area of my life. I'd go and get a little job and I'd lose it. I'd even say to the boss, this is going on in my life. I'm sure that there'll be someone calling up trying to get me in trouble. I warned them, but yeah, I still lost my job. So, yeah, I cut people out through the years, and then the last time I did it was about, I don't know, 6 months ago, when I cut everybody off and it all stopped. Not all completely stopped, but a lot of it stopped. And then I knew my ex, he was involved. You know, there'd be missing time where he's gone. Every single person betrayed me for money, guys. I let David Leviri live in my house, my flat. The third time he came to England, because he lived in Ireland, he was not invited, he just turned up. And the energy was off, right? But me, I'm ignoring the red flags. Oh, stupid, I'm stupid. This is why I needed this experience, because also, because of my mission, just like you guys, Starseed, we've got our own missions, yeah? I need these skills. I need to be able to trust my own intuition, put up boundaries, yeah? Know if someone's full of shit, understand the patterns, because the way I've noticed is they're like robots, yeah? They're all programs in this world, this program, that program, right? And these people, they have programs, they run programs. So through them running programs and the patterns of behavior, you are able to, you know, notice what is going on, yeah? Even within yourself, patterns within yourself. Right, I'm just gonna say, because it's pissing me off, right? So she's not on YouTube, and she's gone to Instagram, right? Okay. I was wondering if, after all that had happened, she was still going to do the same, because I predicted years ago that the only way this is going to stop, the only way she and the network is going to stop, is when they are physically stopped, and there'll be a Knock, knock, knock at the door. I'm arresting you. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Unbelievable. To a point where there'll be a fit. Because, guys, these people need psychological evaluations. Look, when it's so much deeper as well, you know, like it's so much deeper. There's so much more about it. Oh God. I wish I could just have a little break. Hold on. What are you saying? Intent for work. Guys, talk to me. Say something. If you want a little whack-a-doodle these days. God, I'm totally whack-a-doodle. You know what, right? You may laugh at this. I think I'm so insane that I'm so crazy and insane that I'm so not. Like I couldn't go crazy. Am I making sense? Like nothing surprises me, guys. You know, I may look like a little girl, but I've lived, you know, I've traveled on my own. I started traveling on my own when I was 18. You know, try traveling in India on your own, you know, as a woman, you know, it's hard and lonely. You know, I've done lots of courses. I've been in so many different situations and walks of life, you know, and then when, you know, I'm watching Dolly, right, and she's trying to emulate my life. So what has Melissa done? She went out and did her Reiki course, and oh, Melissa's got this in her flat, so I better go and buy that. Oh, get this one, get this. This is mad, right? So this is like a year and a half in where I know that she's actually hacked my phone and she is able to electronically watch me through my camera and listen to me, and also getting information from people who would come to me pretending to be all friends but actually secretly recording me and going back and giving them information, just like Rosie Jenner. She was the only person I told about something. So I knew that if it got back to her, Dolly, that it was Rosie, and it happened. Okay? And still on the Red Pill Phil show, she lies. Oh, one of the first things we ever spoke about was the online abuse you were receiving. Look, right? They organised a conference in Stockport, right? Now think about it, guys, right? If you were a truly awakened being, you wouldn't isolate anybody. Everyone would be invited. Yeah? Why was I left out? It's like me leaving out Mary-Ann from Underworld Classroom, you know? But it was purposely done. And, oh, we've got a really special guest, Red Pill Phil. Oh, Red Pill Phil. You know? Why was he invited? Why were certain people approached? Because they were more, you know, popular in that, you know, in that movement. If I get on his good side and feel, you know, whatever, then, you know, I've got more support. Do you understand? So I'm sitting here on my own, completely on my own, right? I don't need people, yeah? Okay? And I've got all these from one person's disgusting and hate created a false conflict and dispute, yeah? And at the conference, took Red Pill aside and basically told him a pack of lies about me, when really all she was doing was saying what she was doing, flipping the script, yeah? Get this, Red Pill Phil was listening to her. Well, he wasn't really listening, because if he did, he would have thought, oh, well, hold on a minute. I really would like to validate Melissa. Let's get her on. I would really love to hear her side, how she got on YouTube and what, you know, what's her interest. Dolly did not want that. Did you see her face when he was saying that? That's the last thing Dolly wants, is Melissa going on there. Now get this, I never got that message from Red Pill Phil years ago. I got it last year because it was blocked. So it started adding up to me. Hold on a minute. She's trying to get my reputation ruined, to get people to think of me a certain way. She doesn't want me to be seen by this or this or this person, right? And not just that, with all of that stuff, she sits there watching you constantly as a source of inspiration, ideas. She's taken my visions, my visionary goals, taken them and presented them somewhere else, right? Sitting on other people's live streams, and she's reeling off all the stuff that I just said on my last video. And this is going on and on. Like one time, you know, that I've got certain symbols and things that have been always, you know, a feature in my life. Like one of them, Vesica Pisces. Now get this, guys. I'm on my own in my kitchen and I'm drawing the Vesica Pisces and a bit of paper on my own. Actually, I doodle all over the place. I was doodling on my fridge, and then I drew the Trinity, and then I see within the Trinity another symbol, and I took that symbol out, and I was, oh, that looks like that shape. What does that mean? And then I find something. Very next day, Dolly had drawn a sketch of exactly what I had found. That's not a coincidence. Now get this one. I'm outside and the wind's really going for it, right? And if you stand at a certain area where my flat is, if the wind's blowing, it literally holds you up. So my hairband fell out my hair and my hair was blowing everywhere. Hour later, she sat there and goes, oh guys, it's really windy, girls. Hold on to your scrunchies, your hair might get blown away. This is what I'm saying, it's like a blatant, I'm watching you. Then there's the other times with the haircut. Look, it's not like I'm sitting here moaning. I'm trying to get people to understand the level and the extent of what has been going on. Guys, I had an attempt on my life. I got poisoned. I have been followed and photographed. I even chased the fucker. I was so angry. If I had caught him, I don't know, I wouldn't have beaten him up or anything. I at least would have grabbed him and gone like, who are you? Or, you know. And no one was there to support me. My family, where was my fucking family? Think about this, guys. Oh, things have just come up. Observant seems a tendency to undermine the light worker gifted. Manipulation to affect. This is another thing with the star, right? Look. At some point, right, this is all going to come to an end, okay? Look, David Liberi, who was living with me, I found one night he was on my phone and he was using my bank account to transfer money without my permission. A few weeks later, he started sending me chunks of money. Why? And then suddenly he ghosted me. I have been finding unbelievable fraudulent activity on my accounts. Now this is going to be really harsh. I also believe that my brother's involved. This is the thing, guys. Look, I love my family, okay? But it is hard for me to sit there and think, why would they not want to help their daughter? Now, before my brother moved to Turkey to live with my mum and dad, he tried to move in with me. Now, we hadn't spoken to each other for like 14 years or something. He turns up and he's being really nice and whatever, and give me gifts. Oh, I love you. And I remember sitting there thinking to myself, you know what, it's really lovely all this, but you're saying I love you, but I don't feel it. And at that point, I was starting to wake up to myself, and I wasn't lying to myself. And I said, okay, you can move in. But, oh, we'll get internet. No, I don't want internet to happen. There's a reason why I haven't got routed internet. You know, I get headaches and blah, blah, blah. I come home and he started taking out all the wires from my flat and he's ordered Virgin internet. And I'm starting to think, hold on a minute. No. This ain't going to happen. He saw, and this was in the thick of it, when in the middle of the manipulation, and also £1,000 went missing from my PayPal account that got donated. Yeah. He goes to me, Melissa, why don't you just leave YouTube? Forget it. Forget about the money and just move on to something else. Hold on a minute. You want me to give up? Hold on a minute. I was 39 then. I have not known what I want to do, but finally I've brought it all together, my interests, my passions. I did a video editing course. I'm good at it. I love making the videos. I know what I'm meant to be with the community, yeah? And you want me to give that up? Hold on, I've just done this all off my own back. I was making some money as well, you know, and I had a plan. My son, Louis, you know, and you want, why don't you help me? Look, hold on a minute. They've stolen money. Why would you not want to help me? Ding, ding, red flag, red flag, red flag. Anyway, we had some arguments. And he got really angry with me and he said, Melissa, I'm never going to speak to you again until you apologise. I'm thinking to myself, what did I say? I just said how I feel. And then he disappeared and he went to Turkey. The last time my brother went to Turkey to stay with my mum and dad was when he got in debt. 5 years before this, I said to my dad, my brother is going to go to Turkey and start to try making roots. Now listen to this. Before, he did an accountancy course and then he worked for Nationwide. Now my credit was so bad, I couldn't get a bank account apart from credit union. But when he turned up, just before we had the argument, I was taught, I don't know how it came up, but he opened me a bank account at Nationwide, just like that, through his fucking laptop. Yeah? Do you see where I'm getting at? So I've got all these weird things. This is not even half of them. I've got a whole statements of 5 years worth of things that have gone on. When I gave it to one of the ladies to read, she was in tears at the end of it. I've been going through this all on my own. And Janine will still sit there on Instagram. This is what, look, just before I did those live streams, you know what I did? I said, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about thought forms. I'm going to talk about the mind. I'm going to talk about how you can take yourself out of your ego and look from a higher perspective. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to say that. And she always falls into the trap. Not like I made a trap, but this is what she does. She waits for me and steals my intellectual property. So what she's been doing, right, even another time when me and John Binney, he wanted to connect with me. And I started, in one of the videos, I started showing some particular of my artwork. Now, certain drawings that I have drawn, I have made them because I was drawing my experience and the lines of energy and blah, blah, the tree, blah, 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 whatever. After Janine saw that, her style of painting changed. And when I went back through her, you know, I'm trying to get to see what's going on, I started noticing that her haircuts and her style of drawing would change every few months. But she really latched onto me. And she started creating these books. And when she was showing people, it was like literally looking at my insights, right? So she was drawing roses and spirals and the mushrooms and the trees and all these styles, all these symbols and things that are suddenly just out of nowhere. She's doing it. Hold on.
The Borg have no met the Borg. You crack me up. Nationwide's on your side. You know, should we fuck not talking about this at the moment? Let's have a giggle. This is what I wish I could freaking see what you guys are saying. Come on, make me laugh. Make me laugh. Actually, if you guys could see, that would be really funny. Then you can just laugh at my stupid face. Look at the shit I draw. Look, guys, I've been doing this since I was a kid. You know? Express yourself, Mum. Go, just express yourself. Oh, Melissa, go and play in the mud. I think it's good. It builds up your immune system. Hello. And I'm going to take you over here. It's so annoying. Like, you know, when before Janine came along, right, and we had a little crew, and I was using my ex's, my Louis' dad's iPad, and I said to me, like, I really need, you know, an iPad. Like, I won't be able to make these videos. I'm not hinting, by the way, but I'm trying to let you know that this is the community. It was really beautiful, guys. Like, okay, let me ask you guys something. Oi, ask me a freaking question, guys. Come on, ask me. Ask me something. Okay, I'll ask you. Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask you something. Okay, all three of you had, all right, we're not going to talk about Janine at the moment, or these people, all that were all connected. Most of them, nearly all of them, have had their channels taken down. The children! Oh, God, don't get me started about the children thing. Guys, I think these are networks. These are families that have certain connections. I actually believe that they're racist as well. You know, my dad's Turkish, my mum's Irish. But when I was watching that conference, they were all quite, oh no, Melissa, just shut up, hold on. It's so annoying that I have to sit here and hold my phone. And now you've disappeared. Oh, God, it's annoying. Speak to me, someone. Talk to me. How do I come across, guys? Do you lot think I'm a nut? You know, listen, right, I'm quite easygoing. You guys can say anything to me. Is there nothing I haven't heard? I'm open to speaking about anything. But one thing I would like everyone to do is be respectful. You know, just act with integrity. We don't need, you know, Fifth World from Underworld Classroom. She's a lovely girl, right? So insightful. I had to watch Dolly plagiarize her work, right? I watched Dolly steal and take credit for so many things that weren't her own. It's fucking annoying, guys. Hold on. Tap in the chat box once and it will show again. I'm doing that. Looks like you're coming back. And yeah, I am actually. You're right. It's been a real tough road the last 5 years. You know? In fact, when I look back and even going out with him as well, and guys, you know, like I wish that was like tough as well. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad. I needed it. Because this mission, I have this mission, one of my duties is to find certain tribe members and bring us together. That's why the Heart Heroes group was so important. You know, Heart Heroes, get this. John Washington, he's got a school in China. He used to work for the federal government in America. Long story short, he does a lot of studies and research on mind control technology, of which when we did our talks
when we started talking about how they harvest energy just before you go to sleep, actually, our talks would get cut off. He actually asked me to design the logo for his school, one of these new schools that are being created, because the children are really important. Not to harvest their energy. No, we need to nurture them. There are new kids being born on this planet, okay? And they are different, okay? A lot of them are born awake. They are born emotionally intelligent. Like I look at my son, right? And he has mastered certain things that I have just literally mastered in myself now, you know, that have taken me years, you know? They need us to be confident. They need us to be able to, you know, we need to look. Okay, hold on. If you become a master of your emotions, right? If like people cannot trigger you, and I'm not saying like repress it. I'm saying no one can really get at you. Guys, I'm not fishing for compliments. Why do you watch me? Am I like funny? I have got so much I want to talk about, but it always seems to be this thing looming over my head. Guys, okay, look, you know what I want? It's not like I want recognition. I want justice. I don't give a fuck about the money. I don't give a fuck about praise, accolades, or whatever. I want my reputation to be healed, and that will be done when Janine is in court with the rest of them, yeah? Because she's not the only one. She hasn't done this on her own. Do you know how many people got involved, yeah? About the power of attorney thing that I signed. I don't get any freaking post. Where's my post gone? Ever since David, you know? Why is it that I don't get posts? What have they hidden from me? What have they taken? You know? Guys, do you remember when my films got in? A few of my films got picked to be in a film festival, guys. That was big, you know? And even that got taken from me by Janine. You know, Camelot Project TV, she got invited onto that show to talk about her deep connection to trees because she told them that she was a tree intuitive and she had an awakening under an oak tree. All she did was reel off my experience. It's sick, man, it's sick. And she's been doing this to people for years, not just her, right? So that you can think about people like me who have been treated like this and then silenced and nothing's happened. No, it's ending, enough. And how many people out there have actually know what's going on, but say nothing, and we want our world to change, yet we're not brave enough to call out people like that? No, you've done wrong. You've fucking done so wrong. You paid people to interfere in my life. You've hacked me. You've violated my privacy. You've stolen from me. I mean, come on, you need to be in prison. You are not right in the head. You need to be psychologically evaluated. The children. Come on, I've been through a lot. What do you expect? I'm divine. Oh, all right, shut up. All right, stop it. It pisses me off. It's not fair. It's not right what happens. All because she's insecure and she doesn't want, she saw me doing my thing, happy, whatever. And then she sits there, this person is, obsessed with me, stalking me, it's only because like my likes trend and they're jealous. What the fuck? Look, this girl, she hadn't even been to a festival. Get this, she went to Turkey. She had to go to every single country that I've been. It'll be India next. If I trip, she'll know about it and then she'll make sure that she trips. Guys, I have seen some
Like she was doing black magic, all the meeting together this group to do full moon rituals on me. Oh, get this one. My cat went missing. But listen how serious this is. My cat Dinky, which I've had for years, which is also my son's cat. Now I do remember I have a son, right? Yeah, he's 18 now. But this was like 6 years ago, 5 years ago, yeah? My son, yeah? You fucked around with my son. She went missing. 6 months later, I go outside and there's a black bag and she's inside the black bag. Now what the fuck? This is what I'm talking about. This is how serious. When I've got some nutter coming over my balcony trying to get in my flat saying he wants to kill me and I don't even know who this fucker is. What? When David Leveri turns up at my flat, uninvited, sits on my bed crying his eyes. I was disconnecting him. I've taken your innocence and your honesty. What the fuck? Hey? I share an experience. And then 20 minutes later, the bitch is on her chair going, I've just come out the garden. Oh, I had a vision. And she's sitting there reeling off what I just freaking said and no one says a fucking word. Using my energy, my ideas to elevate herself. Fuck off. If you think I'm going to let this continue, if you think I don't know what you've been up to, I don't care how long it takes. You are going to court and you are going to prison, love. And you freaking know it. Why is it, Janine? Just, I am happy, even though I know you're a murderous bitch, to sit in the room with you and talk this out. Oh, but it has to be in front of people. But you wouldn't, would you, Janine? Why is it you didn't tell Red Pill Phil the moment he said, oh, I would have done that if I was Melissa? Why didn't you say? I'll tell you why. Because you're a liar. And you know what it is? You are filled with absolute envy and jealousy. I am not going to be your battery or your projection anymore. You, look, love, go away. Leave me and my son and my life alone. But you won't, will you? No, not until you're sitting in prison. So you want to be me? Oh, you're going to get the experiences that made me me. And it's not all positivity, love, because I tell you what, us starseeds, we have been through shit, mate. We've been through the highest of highs and the lowest of the lows. And I can tell you right now, guys, she'll be watching, she'll be taking notes, and on her next little show, she'll be reeling off things that I said. That system is unjust, and I absolutely know there's a higher authority. I tell you what, right, I would not have got through all of this if it wasn't with my connection with the divine. Because I lay on the floor there, crying my eyes out, and this feeling came over me. And I knew that I was going to be all right. Because I tell you what, guys, you know when you've got people following you and taking photographs, right? And people in cars chasing you, right? It's scary. And get this. You've got a son. So your son's a weak link, is your weak link. If they want to get to you, they'll get to your son. I'd had to savvy my son up. You know, like they even started hacking into his phone. And this is why, like, even
they sent someone, I sell things, Annalie, so I've got I put up, you know, a mat, and I sell things sometimes when I need some extra cash. And I've been doing it for 1.5 years, and I know some of the locals. Anyway, this woman turned up, and I thought to myself, oh yeah, here we go. Same old shit, different day. I knew it was a setup to get information, and this woman did not stop texting me, oh, come over here, You know, I wrote to her the other day, you know what, love, sorry, it's just too much drama for me. She was trying to entice me with money, and oh, I'll get you this. No, I don't need nothing from anyone. I'm self-sufficient. I don't need this shit. I was happily making my films, minding my own business, and then this shit started. But you know what? It's time for some justice. And we have to call these fuckers out, you know? Yes, we are all each other. And in a way, people like Janine and these people that do these things, we need them, you know? Because she's a lesson for me, I'm a lesson for her, right? We're all each other, yeah? Okay, that's the bigger picture. But for fuck's sake, if we want things to change, we have to call them out. I mean, come on, there were so many people who knew exactly what was happening to me. I'm pretending they didn't know, when all the while I know that they know, and I have to sit here playing dumb, you know, just to get like a confirmation. And it's not like I sat here, you know, pulling at straws and getting all paranoid. No, I was checking every angle. Am I being paranoid? You know, making sure that it's not just in my head. But when all these things started happening in my life, you know, the interference in my daily life, look, this is what they do with these psychological operations. It's all about trying to isolate a person, and they prey on particular people who have got, you know, drug problems, mental health, people who are isolated anyway, people that don't have family around, right? And what they do is they'll open up an insurance policy, right? And then they'll antagonize and torment, blah, blah. So we end up looking crazy, right? And then we go crazy, and then we kill ourselves. Guys, there have been 3 deaths in the last 5 years around this area of people who've just suddenly died, right? And nothing has been done about it. Did I tell you about my friend, commonly known as Dom? He just disappeared. And you know what I got told by his best mate? Melissa, leave it. Well, I'm sorry, I can't leave. Oh, I'm a truth seeker. Oh, Christ conscious man. Oh, but Melissa, leave it. Fuck off, no. Hello? Talk out your arses. Let's walk the walk, mate. Fucking bollocks. And that's why Janine Flannery, you lot, you know what, it's funny because I think they saw exactly who I was. And it's crazy because we could all be working together. If Janine and her, the little group all got together to do something great, it would have been done by now. But I'm telling you right now, this energy, these people need to be called out and removed so we can start getting back on track. And it's not like they're ostracized, you know, you're all welcome. But you've got to fucking take accountability and responsibility and say sorry. But you can't. There's no way there. And sitting there going, oh, there's 2 sorts of awakenings. Why are you repeating what's happening in my life, Janine? What has happened? I remember sitting there thinking, what has happened to this girl for her to be like this? And then she'd take liberties, like, you know, real evil shit, and like, fuck her. Sorry, you know, like we're all, you know, like, and then I just sit there high and mighty trying to make out like this comment going, how dare you, your grandmother bought you that Buddha, how dare you tell people what to buy? What the fuck? And apparently the foundation lies told on me. You know, absolutely ridiculous. I'm being accused of like someone I'm not. No, Janine, that's you, love.
You know, it's funny, Janine, right? I can do this really well. I know you said, oh, look from a higher perspective and you see both sides. And I know that you were copying what I said in my latest live stream. And when you're explaining and when you are repeating my insights, you know, and you're saying it wrong, I wish someone would just go, Janine, can you give me a bit more? How did you come to that understanding? You say about talking about higher perspectives. What made you think of that? Gosh, the devil's in the details. Do you know how many times I will listen to people talk and I can hear the bullshit lies come out their mouth? You just got to listen to the words, the choice of words. That's why sitting there listening to Roxanne, really Roxanne, Dolly Daydream, and I've just turned up out of nowhere, right? Really good at introducing, oh, we're going to talk about this, and reeling off a few titles. And they talk about nothing. They sit there smugly going, is everyone, you know, aware of their surroundings? If you were to walk around your home and something got removed, would you know? Covert, indirect little digs, a war that was going on in plain sight that no one fucking knew what was going on. Dig me out. Well, tell you what, I don't need people, surround myself with people to make myself feel better. And even my good, beautiful traits were used against me, like the fact that I don't like having millions of people in my life. I'm a shit networker. I don't go to a place and go, oh, I'm going to network, oh, I better know him because he can get me this. I just let it happen naturally, you know? I get confused and I'm really sensitive to energy. When I connect with someone, I'm connected. Like I'll meet someone and then I'm connected and I will start to see what they're doing. Maybe it happens naturally. Oh, you know, there's a connection and it's hard to turn it off. And when that bitch started turning up in my dream state, that was it. It's the privacy violations. Fuckly poo. Fuckly doodly doo. Hello. Is anybody there? Has everyone fucked off? Has everyone fucked off? Welcome to the real world. Should we talk about some real fucking things? Come on, let's get to the nitty gritty, guys. What the fuck is pissing you lot off? What have you seen going on in the community that needs to be spoken about? Oh God, there's only one person. Oh no, I'm not popular. Everybody hates me. Oh no. Bollocks. Talk to me, people. I'm really having trouble with this camera. I can't get it to stand up anywhere. Okay, well, I think I've made everyone fall asleep. Involuntary, come on, give me a new word. All this has been happened, but I deal differently. Thank you for listening to me rant and for that explosion of emotion. I feel it's been really unjust and unfair, and I've had no one really there to support me and actually go, you know what, Melissa, come on, let's sort this out. See, you know what we need, like you said, we should speak, you know, like you've been watching my channel for years and I've been, you know, I don't, you know, I don't think you upload much anyway, but, you know, you've always been there and it would be really nice to speak to you on WhatsApp. I don't let lots of people into my energy, into my life, but you are someone that I would like to get to know because you always write something very insightful, very different, And, you know, people like you are rare and are needed, you know, in this world. And, you know, I think of, you know, they're all different tribes all over the world coming together. I have this picture of my tribe, and we're all going to come together and we're going to do something. We're going to create something or bring something to the forefront. And we're going to, you know, I need to shut my mouth, you know. Hold on. It's so bollocks that I can't see. Just, you said, what did you say? Tap my screen. I've tapped my screen, it's not coming on. Top chat or live chat? See what I mean? It just comes and goes and now it's gone. 3311. Guys, what numbers, do you see number syncs? And what number syncs have you seen lately? Is there anything you would like to know about me? Oh yeah, just to let you know, I'm doing a course. It's going to be a real intensive emotional course, and I'm going to be away for a month. And I'm not going on the internet. And I've made, work your device. What do you mean work your device? Well, what country? Are you in America? And what's your real name? And how did you wake up? What was your first triggering moment? You know, like, sorry, asked Janine, what was your most, I'm sick of the bullshit lies. Go away, leave me alone, fuck off. Intention. Would you agree with me that Los Angeles, I've always wanted to go there. Isn't that where the Big Bang Theory guys all live in Los Angeles? I love that show. I only actually started watching it about 3 months ago. Michael. My uncle was called Uncle Michael and I loved him very much. Uncle Mick, we call him. So I'm wondering that if you got Irish in your family, I'm getting an Irish vibe off you. Not that it matters, whatever, you know, but I'm getting a kind of vibe. I'm just trying to get to know you. Yes, I guess. Yeah, all right, again. Okay. So I'm feeling that you are you're a loner. You're not a loner hermit, but you spend like me, you're on your own, you like your own company. And have you ever been married? Have you got children? Oh my God. Are you serious? Wow. Okay, listen to this. I used to get called what was it? Yeah, Pokemon. What's Pocahontas? Because of my long dark hair. And I've always had like an attraction to the Native American Indians. The way they connect with the land and the animals. And you know that film Renegade Blueberry? Have you ever seen it? I've got to go to America. You know what? I said to myself, I'm never going to go to America. America is a big joke. This is years ago, by the way. You might as well call the whole country Mickey Mouse Land, because the way they are portrayed in England, right? And get this, whenever there's a movie on, like, you know, Independence Day or whatever, it's always like, yeah, America saves the day. And then they'll show clips of like the English, and we're all like Cockneys, like hello, what good thing America came, and then you know you've got the Irish and they're really poor, and then in America always comes and saves the day, but then you think of the reality of it in the wars, America is always freaking last to come, you know, and they come in all guns blazing, all fresh, but you know we've been battling, you know. I don't. I love traveling, and if I was to go to America, I would love to go to what's it called? What's it called? What's the really sacred places and make you and I make dream catchers, and like I've always fancied being given a Native American Indian name, and I would wonder like what I would be given, because I was given a sannyasin name in after the course I did connected to the Osho ashram, because my aunt actually owns an ashram. I keep that quiet. Yeah, she owns an ashram in Turkey, and it's connected to the Osho ashram. Dolly's probably going to go there now, but I hope she does. Whatever, you know, go there. Like, fuck's sake, you know, heal yourself. Come on. You know, like people can do awful things to me, and I can still forgive them and see the beauty inside. That's actually one of my gifts. I don't stay angry for long with people, because I have this ability to look beyond it, you know, and I like that about myself, because, you know, there's nothing worse than feeling anger and resentment, and you're just hurting yourself. And you know what, I'm not really a jealous person. I've obviously felt jealousy and had jealousy, but I'm pretty much happy with myself. You know, like, yeah, there's things I'd like to, like, you know, like I'm not, you know, I haven't got any boobs, you know, like I lost my boobs after I had my son. But you know what? It's at the end of the day, it's not at the end, you know, the end of the world, and I wouldn't go and have plastic surgery. I accept it how I am. You know, I've got a good figure, and you know, I'm lucky. I'm creative. I've got lots of talents. I can, you know, I know I see myself, and you know, when I meet someone, I see the potential in that person. You know, I've spoken to people who have been in prison, who've murdered people. I've spoken to people, you know, on the street, and I've spoken to people who are like higher up freaking royalty. You know, my mum and dad lived down the road to someone who used to play polo with Prince Charles and royal family, you know, and, you know, everyone's equal to me. You know, I hate the classes. When I grew up in a very good neighbourhood in Surrey in England, in a very big house, and we had everything we needed, you know, but get this, I would find it embarrassing bringing people back to my home, and they'd go, oh my God, you're so lucky, you're so big. And I would die inside, because I'd be worried about people thinking I was a snob when I was nothing of the sort. So I would go and play with the kids on the council estate, or go out and sit with the homeless and the tramps on the street, because I felt more of an affinity to them. You know? So I have this mentality that we are all equal, and I wish that everybody could get rid of this class system. But this is the thing. You see, I'm going to mention Janine again. Look, we need people like Janine, because I don't think look, in her defense, right? You know, if you take away art, evil, good, bad, right, and just the actual experience and the characters, someone had to play Janine, okay? It was a hard role. It's a hard role for me to play. So, you know,
take our egos out of it and the characters that we're playing, we're all each other. We need each other to grow. We're an Earth school, but it's like fucking hell, like, you know, Janine didn't teach me what I taught myself through the experience of being, abused and targeted like that was, you know what I learned? I learned that I can trust my own insights, experience and intuition, because Melissa, your intuition is never fucking wrong. It's never led you astray, okay? Normally, the first thing is the correct, but then you start second guessing yourself, Melissa. Just like when I met my last ex, I saw him, something that he has been hiding from himself and everybody. I saw right away. And it took him 2 years to open up to me. And I kept saying to him, it doesn't matter. I mean, you know, like, he wasn't like the most attractive guy, but at the end of the day, I'd been out with a beautiful fool, you know. He had no teeth, and like, I didn't care. Like, to me, he was, you know, when I was going out with him, I focused on him. I'm so fiercely loyal. Like, in truth, like, I really would love to meet someone like my guy, you know, because I think that if I met the right person, we could be unstoppable, mate. And I actually think Max Spears actually spoke about it. There was a CIA or project going on called the Oak Tree Project, and this is where the Vesica Pisces fits in, because I see certain symbols throughout my life that kind of guide me, just like the triangle and the eye. I had been drawing it for many years before I actually saw the American dollar bill. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I've been drawing that Illuminati symbol. But then, hold on a minute, it means a lot more things, and I will try and go to the root. I'll try and find the foundation of something. Just, you know, get this. You know the smudging, sage, because, you know, did it actually, I want to ask you this. I know a lot of magic, spells, dark black magic, comes from Africa. See, and this is another thing, I want to talk about Wicca and magic, and I have never practiced magic, ever. I picked up a book talking about Wicca when I was 18 in Australia. I read it and I was like, yes, learned something, but nah, not interested. To me, it was like the manipulation of energy for self-gain. If I was to do spells, it would be for, not for me personally, but for the whole. Just like the Reiki, you know, I got my Reiki 1 and 2 when I was younger, and how can I charge people for healing? I can't do it. Bit different with, hold on, where was I going with this? Hold on. Yeah, but I heard that, I could be wrong, are you still there? That the sage, the smudging, is actually like a Native American Indian practice. So then you're thinking, you know, if I came up with my own kind of ritual, and you know, I'm going to use this herb and I put this intention and blah, blah, blah. And then years later, people are practicing, you know, my ritual. At the end of the day, no matter who does it, I'm the one that created it. So the intention of that ritual has a cord connected to that intent. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like,
we got like sage and we start smudging and get rid of it. And I'm looking, I've done it myself. My grandma used to do it. My Turkish grandmother, she was a witch, you know. I didn't even know then. Like my dad's Turkish, right? I got a Turkish side of the family who are so unreligious. They like, you know, socialite people in Istanbul, you know, really like modern. And I've never had any religion or belief system forced on me as a kid. My mum and dad said, you can choose. And, you know, like I've always had a deep connection to God, call it. But, you know, like I was off, you know, like, oh, and I looked into a lot. I'd be down the church, local church, driving the priest mad, asking him this, asking him that, why? And I always do this, I go after. Look, I'm going to share this thing with you, okay, that I found in the Abyss of Pisces. I haven't seen anyone else decode this. Oh my God, I'm so clever. Oh. Right, anyway, okay. Okay, get this, and it's connected with language. So you've got the Abyss of Pisces, yeah? Okay, and you go like that. You've got the Trinity, yeah? So in the middle, you've got this shape, right? And what does it look like? It looks like a shield, yeah? Okay, it's a shield shape. But there's actually a special name for this. Let's get it. The name, where is it? Right, P-E-L-T, P-E-L-T, oh, so thick, P-T-L-E, P-T-L-E-A-L, that's the name for it, okay, and how did I find that? Basically, it's connected to the, I'm a bit rusty. War Shield, that's the name of it. And it's connected to the International Phonic Alphabet somehow. The IPA, the genius of spiders. Somehow it's connected, I can't remember now, but. And language, and that's where it kicked off with the language thing. And what was it called? What's it called? That's how I met John, looking up about, not phonics. Oh my God, my brain's gone. Does that happen to you? Kilonta. What is Kilonta, right? You know, listen, right. Language is quite freaking primitive, yeah? And I was thinking, if we were these beings that were able to read each other's minds, that we were so open, and we've come to be this society where we connect to each other's minds, yeah, at a deeper level. So there would be no deceit, yeah? So there are probably, I mean, nothing's by accident. There's probably many reasons why language is created, but one reason I was thinking was, it's because it hides deception, yeah? You can't read each other's minds, and you can use language to hide things, but language can also be really revealing as well. You know, like the Turkish language, the words don't have a million meanings like in English, right? I think Native American Indian language is the same. I think it's quite similar. It's very pure. But one word in English can have a multiple number of meanings. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and then Kilonta came along, and this is to do with, scalar waves, and, I can't remember anything. Hold on. Hold on, not in there. These certain, there's basically certain tones and letters have been taken out of our language, or you know, the sounds, you know. Think about that, right?
So yeah, Elysium, Alhambra, Aquarium. Anyway, he made me learn these prayers, and he'd say it over me. Actually, whatever. And I'm not joking, guys. Like, I'm sure you know, you've experienced it yourself. There's something really, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, whatever. You know, I'm still trying to get used to this talking. Am I doing okay, guys? I'm not looking like, oh, like stroke my ego. Just, you know, like. Actually, I've been singing a lot. I'm going to meet up with my friend. I'll get this one. Ian, like, I've told you a bit about him. He's got real integrity. He's a lovely guy. Anyway, he messaged me about a year ago and goes, you know, someone's been trying to get hold of me on Facebook and they keep talking about you. And I was like, yep, I know what they're up to. And this has been a pattern going on for a long time. They'll find old friends of mine, weak links, and, you know, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm fucking done. Your mind is clearing. We fight not against man, but demons, spirits, and authorities in high places. Abso-freaking-lutely, mate. And you know what? I ain't come here to fuck about, you know? Just like you, I suppose. Like, I'm not... It's time for change. And how do we get this change? We have to change ourselves, yeah? Oh, it's such a cliche thing. You know, if you want to change the world, you've got to start with yourself. But it's so freaking true. If you want to change the world, you have to love yourself. And loving yourself is not like, oh, I love my, you know, in the like materialistic way. It's like looking after yourself, doing what's right for yourself. You know, as I got older, I feel more settled in myself, you know, and becoming emotionally mature. I'm talking in the man in the mirror. Oh, you know Michael Jackson? Get this. My dad took me and my brother to Turkey to go and see a Michael Jackson concert. And we were sitting in his hotel room with all his costumes surrounding us, waiting to meet him. I mean, hello. Who the hell did my dad know to get that fixed? Also, his song, Wanna Be Starting Something, I love that tune. Put up the lyrics on Google, right? And you'll see he goes, you're a vegetable, they're gonna eat you. You're a vegetable, they're gonna harvest you. Has anyone ever noticed that? You're a vegetable, they're gonna eat. I mean, it's like truth, like blatant in the tunes. Yeah, I like singing. I'm not like really great at singing, you know. What I'm really good at, I love video editing. I love making films. I love doing the music videos, and that's why I was so gutted when I couldn't do it anymore. You know, it's bollocks. Like they were making themselves back then. Have you got a Native American Indian name then? You know, like, talk to me about it. I've actually heard that the Turkish language is pretty similar to the Native American Indians. I'd love to do a sweat lodge. I love saunas and, you know, steam rooms. I love all that. Life is strange. It is, isn't it? It's a freaking crazy ride, mate. It's pucker though. Like, we're so lucky being here in the 3D realm, the physical. We can eat food. We can have sex. Obviously, it's got to be not horrible. It's got to be with, you know, someone you love. You know, what can be better than that? You know, you can understand why people become earthbound and don't want to leave, you know. It's like, you know, ask and you shall receive.
it should be a beautiful place here. It should, you know, we should, so lucky. You think it's so crazy, you didn't think about it. You have to get up every day and go to work and blah, 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 blah. Oh, what? It's not right. Like, come on. They got the you know, like elections going on at the moment, and I spoke to someone from the Green Party, and I mentioned, I'd love to say it here, but I don't want to be repeated at the moment. I was speaking about a certain section of society, and I'm thinking to myself, my God, they need people like you and me in there. You know, something could be said over and over again to people for hundreds of years, and then one day a group of people come along who have a different frequency, a different perception, a different mindset, a way of being, right? And they say exactly the same thing that has been said over and over again, but in a different way, yeah? And suddenly there's a change. It's that freaking simple. And it's like there's sections of society, it's like bringing everyone together. It's like, we don't even need to go and make these like self-sufficient communities. We can literally do it street by street. Like, think about it. If your street, you knew everyone in your street, you had a doctor living there and you had an electrician living, you know, like, frick, we don't need these people. This system. It's like, wake up, like, what the hell, you know? You know, like, if all the shops shut, half of these people, most of these people would not know what food you can go and eat in the park, how to get some electricity going, you know, where to get your water. They wouldn't know what to do. People like me would be valuable then. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I haven't got the shampoo to wash my hair. Oh, no, I can't do my nails. Whatever. And I'm getting accused of telling people that you have to be in robes and going up. Shut up, love. Go and live your life. Different growth rate for people, absolutely. I can't do a 9 to 5. Join the club, mate. You know? That's why it's lovely. You know, when you find something you want to do and you start doing it, and it's actually like, you know, you're making a bit of money and, you know, you're happy. And that's what was happening to me. And then it all just went to shit. But then it makes you think, hold on a minute, I must be doing something right to be getting all this interference. And hold on a minute, who do they not want me communicating with? You know, ding, 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 ding. Yeah? They are shit scared of us, really. Can you imagine if, well, you know, look, okay, I've been watching it for a while, but I really think there are people still on this planet who are only alive because they have a certain person living with them that they've been harvesting their energy energetically, you know? So if that person moved away, they would literally die a few months later. This stuff is actually going on. You know, like I see people, we live in this loop, you know, like this, the lion eats the deer and we're all like feeding off each other. But I can see a world where we don't do this, like, but I really think it all starts with us all owning our own shit. Like, you know, at the end of the day, why did that thing happen with me? I'll tell you why. Let's look at it. Let's dissect. I didn't have good boundaries. Yeah? I needed a harsh lesson because in the future I need to be able to discern people. I needed to learn how to put up boundaries. I needed to learn how to trust myself. I was learning that actually, you know, you've got this gift, Melissa, and it's real. It's not all in your head. And probably a lot more, which I will think about. Alrighty. Hey, what time is it in Los Angeles? You know, I don't care for time. No such thing as time. My God, it's only 1:37. Jeez, I thought it was later than that. You know what I like, right? I've known people in my life who are so affected if they don't have money. I'm happy or sad with money or without it. It doesn't actually affect me. And I'll tell you what, right? You may not. I have had, not that I want it to be like that, I have actually had more fun and felt more satisfied in the times when I haven't had any money. And I've had to learn how to be resourceful. You know? I'm not scared of going out there and getting my hands dirty. In fact, I got a gardening job the other day. Now in the summer, I'm going to be making a patio and a step and a few mosaics, little touch mosaics, and you know, doing maybe a rock garden or something. I'll take some photos so you guys can see. But I really love like getting in, doing creative projects, you know, like that. Making floors is really satisfying. Well, I really love in the future just to sit on a platform or maybe do a talk about, you know, like the narcissistic abuse that I went through, the abuse that I went through with my ex, first one, who I met when I was 17, and you know, it's a funny thing when you realize that the person you're with is never going to change. They are in fact, you're looking up the word narcissist and you are like, oh my God, that's him. When you're trying to come to some common ground with the person who tells you you're wrong when you're telling them how you feel and what it's like for you. Your voice doesn't matter. You blame blah blah blah, and how it took me so many years to leave him. And when I finally did, I realised that actually I was the one that had the power, and they were feeding off me. And actually, how many experiences I have had of people who feed off my energy. My ex was a narcissist. Yeah. Different, but yeah. A funny pattern, isn't it? Empaths and narcs. But they don't change. You know, I was so worried about my son. And he's 18 now and he knows his dad now. He understands. I'm so lucky. My son has turned out beautifully. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. He's going to college. He's emotionally mature. I mean, he's got his things, but he is a credit to me. And it was like, I really enjoyed, you know, I'm still a mum, but, you know, like he doesn't need me as much or whatever, but, you know, it goes so quick. Like every moment is precious. And I tell you what, we did pretty well for two people with the struggles we had. We did pretty well. Because I never lied to him. I never sugarcoated anything. You know, I spoke to him, you know, as an adult. You know, I didn't like mince my words. I was always straight with him, and I gave him that time. You know, I was there emotionally for him, and you know, it pays off, mate. It does. It pays off.
I took him out of school actually. He's doing his GCSEs at the moment. Because he was coming back from school with headaches and vomiting, and he was getting bullied because people were teasing him for sounding posh because he talks well, and that comes from me because he, you know, and he's different, you know, he's not your trainers and your typical, like he was like, he's and he got a lot of shit, and he dealt with it really well, but the teachers didn't do anything. So I was thinking, you know what, stuff this, come on, I'll take you out of school, homeschool you a bit, which didn't work out too well, you know, but, you know, even my parents, I remember they're like, when I first took Louis home from the hospital and I'm playing with him on the floor and my mum's going, do you do this with him every day? And it was like a shock, bro. Like, what did you think I was going to do? What, throw him in the dustbin? Like, what? He's my son. Well, when I made the wigwam and the patio and the walls in Turkey on my mum and dad's land, and I showed my dad and he was shocked. I'm like, Dad, don't you know what I can do? Who are you guys? Fluorescent lights, they teach us, I guess. Why? What's the fluorescent lights all about? I hate fluorescent lights, I hate them. Especially the ones in the supermarkets. Like, they're so freaking obtrusive. And they actually change the light bulbs in the street quite often. I think they're doing it. They freaking experiment on us all the time, these people. We're like guinea pigs, I'm telling you. Right? I think a lot of people don't actually can't handle the truth. They're happy to go about their lives, you know, ignorantly, but I'm not, you know, like, I want to know the truth. And if it's dirty and horrible, it's the truth. You know, when I first made my YouTube channel, I started doing the activism. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go to these protests, right? Film it and then upload it, right? And so I started my YouTube channel. It was all proper intent there. And it was like, I didn't know where it was going, but I just went with the flow. And then, guys, you know what? I'm going to stop posting videos about Dolly and saying stuff. I feel better that I spoke to you. Thank you for listening. I'm just going to leave it with the solicitor. And I have to put it to bed. At the end of the day, you know, I know people know the truth. And, you know, it's not about, oh, I'm right. You know, I really just I would like justice, you know, these people to go to prison. But if it doesn't happen, but it will, I have to put it to bed. And because I don't want to go on and on and on about it. I've had enough. I've got better things to do. We can rise above all of it. Yeah, and good for you. Thank you, matey. Oi, thanks for being a loyal sub. Thanks for, you know, you've been with me for freaking years, haven't you? You're a good guy. Thank you. You're quite mysterious, actually. Have you got any pets? Got any cats? Every time I get a cat, something happens. So I'm not getting any more animals. I've got some fish, but I've decided no more animals until I'm, you know, much older and settled. Because the cats always end up getting hurt, you know, because these people. I feel a lot better. I feel really much better, actually. Thank you. I'm going to bugger off now and try and go to sleep, I suppose.
have something to eat. So I love you and leave you. Oh, they are in prison. They can never be loved. Yeah, you're right. You know, yeah, you're true. It's absolutely true. And there is divine justice. It has been really hard what I've been through. It really has. But these people, they can never kill my spirit or turn me sour. And that's the secret, isn't it, really? It's about keeping your heart open and loving. I actually know that these people are really insecure inside and they're actually in a lot of pain. But what happens is they turn real evil and bad, and when they get to that point, you can't do anything, you know, like a real spiritual path, do you agree, is taking responsibility and accountability for your own actions and your thoughts and whatnot. And you know, when I see people, I don't see nothing. I see souls. I see my brothers and sisters, and I don't think these people think the same because, you know, think about it. They're collecting money for dodgy charities, like going, oh, the children, and then they're neglecting their children and treating people like shit who have children, and it just makes me angry that these people, you know, these psychopaths in the world can get away with this shit, and they're just abusing power, and then it only carries on like that because we allow it. Maybe next time, maybe next life they get it. Maybe, I hope so, but I think it's going to be lifetime to lifetime. I think they'll come back with like a bug or something next. Anyway, I'm going to bugger off. Thank you for being here. Okay. Lots of love. Are you okay? All good on your front? I can't see. It keeps going on and off again. So, anyway, I love you and leave ya. Thanks for listening. Mwah. Take care. See you guys. Bye-bye.